I'm getting ready to can some tomatoes. I wanted to share this with y'all. These are not tomatoes we grew. These are tomatoes I bought from a local farmer for $20 for 25 pounds, but they're beautiful number 2 tomatoes, perfect for canning. All right, we'll move on to the next step. Okay, so the next step is to remove the cores from the tomatoes and cut out any spots or bruises, that ugly spots on the tomatoes or anything. These are in really good shape, so they're getting ready. And while you're doing this, you can go ahead and heat your water up to a slow boil to do the blanching process to remove the skin. All right, so what I'm doing now is blanching the tomatoes. So I brought this water to a boil, and I'm gonna leave them in here for a couple minutes, about all it takes. You just want to see the skin start to split on them, kind of like that. There'll be a little more than that. And then you want to immediately take them out of there, put them in a bowl of ice water to stop them from cooking. This is just to remove the skin. And once we get this done, I'll go ahead and fill the jars and add a teaspoon of salt and a tablespoon of lemon juice and concentrate, like a real lemon, and then put the lids on and get them ready for processing. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these, they're getting close to being ready to come out, so I don't want them to cook. All right, see y'all at the next step. All right, we're on the home stretch now. So I've blanched the tomatoes, I've chopped the tomatoes, I've filled the jars. To each one of these jars I've added a teaspoon of salt and also a tablespoon of real lemon, and that's to balance the pH in the tomatoes. And on 5 of these jars I've also added a half of a serrano chili pepper. So these will be homemade rotel. And while I've had all that going on, I've also got a little pan back here with some lids, or the lids that I need to use in it, and they're just staying warm and keeping the seals, melted, or not melted, but soft and ready to put on. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take the butter knife and I'm going to put it down in each one of these jars to remove any air bubbles that are in there. Then I'm going to wipe all the lids off, make sure there's nothing in the way of the seal. Put the lids on, screw them, just finger tight, not real tight. And then they'll go into the canner for 35 minutes. And that's for pint jars. And then we'll take them out after we let them rest. In the canner, we let them kind of cool for about 15-20 minutes. And take them out, place them on a cloth like this one that they're sitting on now. And you don't mess with them till, for 12 hours or so. Make sure all the lids seal, but you push on them, make sure that they've all snapped down. Any that didn't, you can stick them in the refrigerator and just try to use them as soon as possible. Once they're sealed, they last for a long time. I'll do one more video and showing the final product, but we're really close now. We get these together, get them in the canner, get this done. All right, so I got the jars in the canner now, and it's starting to boil. And as this comes up, to a boil, I start to back off of it. You want something sort of like what it's doing right now, where it's kind of a low boil, because too much turbulence in that pot at a rolling boil, it'll actually move those jars around and you can break them. So in years and years of doing this, I've had that happen one time, but it makes a mess. And So you want to keep it at a low roll, low rolling boil for 35 minutes for these pints, and shut it off 20 minutes, and they'll be ready to take out. And set them out on a cloth. Don't mess with them for about 12 hours or so. Good to go. Alright, so just take them all out, and they're already starting to pop down and seal. As soon as they start cooling, you hear the little ting as the music that tells you that they're sealing. So right now, let them sit overnight, at least 12 hours or so before you move them. So after that, they're good. You can actually take the bands off. I'll leave them on mine. I don't take the bands off. Then I'll put some labels on them tomorrow, and they'll be good to go. As you can see, so I pack these jars really tight, and if you don't, you'll end up with a lot of space in the jar. So I try to pack them as tight as I can with tomatoes, and end up with full jars. So this was probably about 18 pounds of tomatoes when I started. So that's about 2 pounds per pint jar. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and this is the way that I was taught to do it. And these jars will be good for probably a year, 2 years, more than that, possibly. But so I've got me some Rotel and some tomatoes to use for cooking and so forth. Y'all take care. Hope y'all enjoyed the video.